Being a senior, Ivan is a natural leader. He's been part of the program for 4 years. Did an amazing job both in the pool as an example and out of the pool as an example as well. Was a leader, was someone that the younger kids could look up to. And I know he's going to take that leadership quality with him, wherever he goes in life. Just enjoy the experience. Don't let it get away from you. College is an amazing experience. Take it all in, enjoy it. You're going to be living in an amazing area as well, where school is. So I would say, just keep working towards your ultimate goal in water polo, but at the same time, enjoy the ride, enjoy this experience, because high school is great, but college is even better.
This senior class is special, and they're unfortunately they were the caught in the middle group. They're the ones that for the most part started here as 8th graders. We had some that came in at 9th, but the majority of them were 8th graders here also, at a time where you weren't the first kids to go all 6 years, you weren't the first high school kids, you were the kids in the middle. But for being, for lack of a better term, a middle child, these seniors have taken real ownership of the program. They go in day after day and do the work. They're the group that's kind of that gave us the numbers that made a varsity program possible. They're the ones that set that example and set that bar so high that every group after them has to give better than their best in order to try and reach it. Cauley's been an incredible part of our program, and she's been an unsung part. I mean, Cauley's academic record is unheard of. It's amazing to see her GPA and her grades and that, but her work on the soccer field, it's as a defender, it's one of those things where your successes are not known, but your failures sure are, because you'll get a game where we win 11-0. Hey, great, but it was nothing. Game where we win 1-0. Oh, that was a close one. It's still nothing. They're the ones that kept that zero for us, that made it that nothing. But nobody cares necessarily because you didn't score a bunch of goals. Because when you play soccer, the first 2 questions that someone asks after a game are, did you win? Did you score? So, and as a defender, you're always answering that last one, no. I would say if there's one piece of advice I can give Cauley, it would be to just keep going. Just keep going. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how dark it seems, the reward's always there. Just keep going.
This senior class has had totally different tasks than our previous senior class. The last class being the first one to come through, to be able to start from scratch and create anything they wanted to. And this senior class right here has had to uphold certain things from the last class and create new things and amend things we needed to be changed. And so they're the first one to be passed that baton and take our culture and change it in their own way. And so that was something totally unique to them, and they've been doing a great job so far. Jared's our anchor on defense. He's going to be our shortstop this year. He was our third baseman last year, all region, led the team in doubles and RBIs, but defensively, he's just that security blanket for our pitchers. One of those guys that pitch the contact. When they know they have Jared out there playing defense, making plays for him, they can go out there and attack the zone. So he's just a big confidence builder for the whole team. My advice for Jared is just that he impressed the coaching staff here at Casteel by his hard work, even when no one was looking, and when things weren't always going his way as a young guy, he kept working and got himself in that lineup. And so when he goes to college and he's a freshman, and with a bunch of older kids in a college environment, I want him to just keep working until he gets that respect, because that's what got him noticed here. CJ's is a force on the mound. He's got great natural stuff. He really kind of brings that needed punch on the mound with that velocity and that great curveball of his, and he's someone we trust giving the ball in big games. For CJ, him going to a junior college, and I hope his goal is to go to a bigger school and further his baseball career. I hope he finds a school that he can call home, that life isn't just baseball, it's also more about making connections and settling somewhere where you feel they like you as a person and a player. Jeff Sanchez is our glue guy. He has so much charisma and confidence and swagger to him, and he's also an includer. He includes people in all kinds of things, and so with having those great attributes I just mentioned, having him include people on that, they feed off his energy, and he kind of brings that swagger throughout our entire team. So he's just one of those great leaders for us. I would hope that Jeff keeps that confidence and that swagger throughout college. When you go in there as a freshman, sometimes they can try to knock down a freshman down a peg, or you might feel more reserved, but I hope he keeps that same bravado throughout college, because that's what gain him respect amongst his peers here, and it'll work the same in college. Luke Thompson's brought a much needed drive, passion, and emotion to our team. He's one of our toughest players. He's taught guys how to play through injury and how to persevere and how to be adaptable. And so he's just been an example for other players to look at, to try to play the game with the same kind of energy and emotion that he does. Luke's one of our more driven players, and he really takes baseball as a grind, which he should, but in college I hope he understands that it's about opportunities there. I want him to have fun and enjoy his time on and off the field and get that true college experience. So I just hope he enjoys and has fun with the game and fun with school and everything that's going to come with Colorado Christian. Jax just brings seniority to the team. He's been a 4-year starter in center field. That's pretty rare. It's a tough position to master. He brings speed out there. Any ball in the gap, you feel like he's going to be able to chase that ball down. He's a threat in the bases to steal, and he's bringing the bat around this year, so we think he's going to be a 5-tool baseball player this year. Just to master the finer parts of the game, the small ball, his breaks on stealing bases, and his drag bunt technique. And he's going to gateway, and that's the kind of ball they like to play, and they're going to expect him to be able to do those small ball things. So if he keeps improving in that, I think he'll find a home there. We love Tyler on our team. He's kind of our energy guy. I mean, there's no one else like Tyler more in the world. We love that about him. He brings the energy. He brings a looseness to the team. He's very articulate. He's someone we trust with the ball. He knows what to do with pick plays, bump plays, and he has explosive stuff. And so with his stuff, we put him in those big game situations. 2 years ago, he was in a playoff game, didn't perform the way he wanted to. And last year in a playoff game against Notre Dame, he threw 3 innings, only faced 10 batters, had like 6 Ks, and just mowed them down. So seeing that improvement from one playoff appearance to the next one gives us all kinds of trust in him this year with his big game stuff and his big game personality. So we're really excited for see what Tyler does this year. Advice for Tyler, I would just tell him to be himself. To stay Tyler Moore forever, to keep that personality. If he's just a freshman and guys want to knock him down a peg, I would just say, hey, be you. That's what got you there. That's why we love you. So stay true to who you are, man.
For me, the senior class is a really important one because this is my 4th year here. So all of those girls I've been coaching, I started with them here, and I've been able to watch them from little freshmen come all the way through. So it's really exciting to see them all come through as seniors together with me. One of the best things Taylor has done is the fact that when she came in as a freshman, she was already ready to go. And so we were a brand new program. The year before, we only had like 8 or 9 girls, and she came in and was instantly competing for a state title. And so when she was able to come in like that, it set the expectation that we're not just here to survive, that we're here to compete, and it help us become much more competitive as a team. My advice to Taylor would be is to stay focused, to keep the drive that she already has. And a lot of times you go up to college, you can get distracting, other things, moving away from home, but keep that focus, keep working, because the potential she has is outstanding and she can do great things.
This year's seniors have been leaders since day one. They've been on campus ever since we started, and they know why we do things a certain way and the culture that we're trying to build. And we can really count on them to lead our younger underclassmen and to do things in the right way, in a way that is kind of difficult for a coach to provide sometimes. So Nathan's been a lot of fun to have around. So he's got a real good sense of fun, and he keeps things light. And even when you're working really hard and busting your tail, you can always count on him to have a smile on his face and keep everybody pointed in the right direction. I just want Nate to believe in himself and keep working hard. He's got so much potential. He's only been with us for a couple years, and he's grown so much and has a long way to go and a lot to offer. There's not a person on the team that works harder than Mason. Tyler does, so he provides an outstanding example of what can get done and what can be achieved with hard work. I hope Mason continues to work hard and believe in his talent, and always to remember to have as much fun as he seemed to be having in high school.
I think this class, especially the 3 that have been here since they were freshmen, they've played a really big part in developing kind of the culture here at Casteel. They've been kind of the building blocks of the women's basketball program. So they've played a huge role in kind of developing who we are and what we're about here. Liz is a workhorse for us. She brings a lot of toughness to our program. She is a problem on both ends of the floor for other teams. She plays a huge role in it's kind of setting the tone for us on defense, and then on offense, especially this year, she's someone that we rely on to score, kind of set the tone for us on that end as well. So I think this year she's going to average a double-double, which is extremely impressive. Advice I would give to Liz as she moves forward and she gets to Cal State Monterey Bay, be coachable, be accountable, and to be herself. You're going to be a freshman there, so just make sure that you listen to your coaches and you're a sponge and you learn as much as you can. Be responsible for your actions and kind of hold yourself to a higher standard than even maybe those around you hold you to. And then just be you. You is what got you here, so just keep doing your thing.
The impact that the senior class this year has had on our program, the legacy they'll leave, is one of really defining the values of our whole program from freshman all the way to varsity. We had guys who were very passionate about welcoming freshmen into the whole program, guys that were new, and creating an atmosphere where everybody felt welcome, felt like they were a part of the family. Ben Blancas was one of those guys who was a great teammate, somebody who was willing to literally do anything for his team to help us be successful overall, play any position on the field. Great quarterback, but was able to play running back for us and lead the region, be an all-region player for us, and did a lot of great things that put us in some great positions, but also a great student and just somebody that just kept the right atmosphere and the energy on our team. I just felt Ben, continue to work hard, continue to be that great teammate that everybody loves, and you're going to be successful in whatever you do. Demetrius was his ability to manage through adversity, to still keep the faith, to stay strong, stay hopeful, just gave our whole team that courage that regardless of what we face, we can still overcome it. He overcame a lot of challenges himself and ended up having a great senior season, one that I know he'll remember for a very long time. So his energy, his humility, his discipline, his work ethic was just great for us all overall. So Demetrius, continue to work hard regardless of what you face in life, any adversity or challenges you had. Remember the years you had here at Casteel and how you overcame all those challenges. And you're going to be successful in whatever it is you do. Just maintain your values and be grounded and continue to work forward. So Debo is one of those guys who was always there for us. If we needed him offense or defense or special teams, he was willing to do any of those things. Throughout the summer, throughout the year, was always a good student, never had a problem with him. He actually set an example of studying inside of our field house, doing his homework and being just locked in to the academic side and the football side, and people saw that, and people started jumping on board with that as well. So just really set an example for us overall, and he's got a lot of opportunities that came his way as well to stay the course every year, and I'm glad he's getting what he's getting. So Debo, continue to work hard, continue to keep the faith, and be that teammate that everybody loves. And regardless of what you choose to do, what organization or team you're part of, you're going to be successful in it as long as you maintain your values and your focus and your discipline. Yeah, so Colin had just really good energy, was that great example of what it meant to be a Casteel Colt. Just a loyal, hardworking, compassionate young man that we had on our team, a leader for us. Not only for receivers, but I think every player. He was always there for his teammates. Practicing games, on and off the field, and just somebody that was just lighthearted and somebody that really just loved being, a Casteel Colt. Colin, just continue to be that grinder, that guy that does all the work that others don't want to do, and the stuff that people do want to do. You're that person that was always reliable for us. You're that one that always came to play, always came to work, and you were somebody that always wanted to lead the charge in what we needed. And we appreciate everything you did for us. And whatever you choose to do, you're going to be successful in it. Just keep working. Yeah, so Jack Littleton was just a very physical football player for us each year. He's somebody that had a great spirit about him, and somebody that was willing to play hard and play through adversity, challenge, and pain, and all that stuff. And he was somebody who's always going to make himself ready to play, regardless of what's going on in his life. And you never had to worry about Jack off the field, and he was always ready to go on the field. And we really appreciate his hard work and his discipline. I'm glad he's getting the opportunities he's getting as well. Jack, continue to work hard, continue to keep the faith, and keep the smile on your face, regardless of what you experience in life, and continue to charge forward and have that discipline and work ethic and courage that you had when you were a Casteel Colt. And you're going to be successful in anything that you choose to work towards. Mason Ross was probably one of the most coachable athletes we've ever had here. He's a guy that could play really any position we asked him to play. He was going to be that good soldier and carry out the tasks we asked him to carry out and the manner we asked him to carry out in. That's very difficult to do, but now he's willing, he's smart, he's got a great football IQ and just great knowledge of the world around him. Very mature for his age, and I'm glad he's getting those opportunities to play college ball after high school. So Mason, continue to demonstrate that maturity, that work ethic, that great team orientation, and you're going to be successful in all the things that you choose to be successful in. Continue to work hard even in the face of adversity or challenge or anything that you face. But I wish you well, and I'm glad you were a Casteel Colt. Dalton was just a very violent football player. He was somebody that led the energy and charge in each game for us. He was somebody that was always available, always reliable, just a very responsible young man, somebody who he knows the values of hard work, of discipline, of respect, and in any situation, he was always ready to go. Led the charge for us, and somebody that I think will be a great asset to any team he plays for. So Dalton, continue to work hard, be that leader, be that ferocious animal you were on the field for us all this year. And whatever team you're a part of, you're going to be successful in it. And whatever you choose to do, even beyond football, you're going to be successful in that as well.
Our senior class has become a competitive group, and I hope that we can contribute a legacy of accountability, integrity, and teamwork. Sophia has led the softball program as a varsity pitcher, a focused, dedicated teammate throughout the years, not just the seasons, in the classroom and on the field. She's an example of what consistency, perseverance, and leadership can amount to. I would love her to keep her same work ethic that she has now. She will be successful. She has to continue to hold others to high expectations as she does now, and I think her opportunities and her success will be limitless.